Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 3 of January 2024. Essence. Sweet children, belong to the Father and glorify the Father's name. The name will be glorified by your becoming completely pure. You also have to become totally sweet. Question. What one concern do you children have at the confluence age that you won't have in the golden age? Answer. At the confluence age, you have the one concern of becoming pure. The Father has made you free from worry in every other aspect. You make effort so that you can sate your old bodies in happiness. You know that you will remove those old costumes and put on new ones. Each of you children should ask your heart how much happiness you have and how much you remember the Father. Om Shanti. The spiritual father explains to the sweetest, long lost, and now found children. He explains to them and also teaches them. He teaches you the secrets of the Creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation. He also says, become full of all virtues and imbibe divine qualities. By staying in remembrance, you will become Sato Pradhan. You know that the world is Tamo Pradhan at this time. The world was Sato Pradhan, and after 5000 years, it has now become Tamo Pradhan. This is an old world. It would be said of everyone, this one was in the new world, or this one was in the land of peace. The Father sits here and explains to you spirits. O spiritual children, you definitely have to become Sato Pradhan. You definitely have to claim your inheritance from the Father. You definitely have to remember me, your Father. Worldly children also remember their Father. As they get older, they claim a right to a limited inheritance. You are the children of the unlimited Father. You have to claim the unlimited inheritance from the Father. There is now no need to do devotion, etc. You children have come to know that this is a university. All human beings have to study. You have to make your intellects unlimited. This old world is now about to change. Those who are now Tamo Pradhan will become Sato Pradhan. You children know that at this time you are claiming your inheritance of unlimited happiness from the unlimited Father. We now have to follow the directions of the one spiritual Father. You souls are becoming Sato Pradhan on this spiritual pilgrimage of remembrance, and you will then have to go to the Sato Pradhan world. You understand that you are Brahmins and that you belong to the Father. You are studying, and this study is called knowledge. The path of devotion is separate. The Father speaks of this knowledge to you Brahmins. No one else knows of this knowledge. They don't even know how the Father, the ocean of knowledge, who is also the teacher, teaches. Baba continues to explain many topics. The number one aspect is to belong to the Father and glorify the Father's name and become completely pure. You also have to become completely sweet. This is godly knowledge. God sits here and teaches us. You have to remember that highest on high Father. It is a matter of a second that to consider yourself to be a soul. You souls understand that you were residents of the land of peace and that you then came down here to play your parts. Souls continue to take birth and rebirth. We have now completed our parts of 84 births, number wise. You have to understand this study as well as this part. The secrets of the drama are also in your intellects. You know that this is your last birth and that you have met the Father in this last birth. The old world changes when you complete your 84 births. You know this unlimited drama, the 84 births and also this study. Having taken 84 births, you have now reached the end. You are now studying and will then go to the new world. New ones continue to come. They continue to have faith in one aspect or another. Some become engaged in this study. It is in their intellects that they are becoming pure and Sato Pradhan. By becoming pure, we will continue to make progress. Baba has explained, the more you stay in remembrance, the more your souls will accordingly continue to become pure. You children have the whole drama in your intellects. You also know that you have come here having left everything of this world behind. You mustn't see whatever you see with those eyes. All of it is going to end. This is now your final birth. No one else knows this unlimited drama. You now know the whole cycle. The Father has now come to make you Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Those examinations take place after 12 months. Your pilgrimage of remembrance has not yet been completed. You remember many things. When this remembrance becomes firm, you will then not remember anything. You souls came bodiless and you have to return bodiless. You know the part of every human being of this whole world. There are many human beings and the number of them continues to increase. There are now millions. There will be very few of us in the golden age. While we were taking birth and rebirth, and the sets and curls of the different branches have grown, and the tree has become very big. The original eternal deity religion has now disappeared. When we belonged to the deity religion, we were Sato Pradhan. That religion has now become Tamo Pradhan, but it will become Sato Pradhan again, and we are studying to become that. The more you study and teach others, the more benefit there will be for many. You should explain with a lot of love. You have to drop leaflets from aeroplanes. You have to explain in these leaflets that they have been doing devotion for birth after birth. To study the Gita is also to do devotion. It is not that anyone will become a deity from a human being by studying the Gita. According to the drama, it is only when the Father comes that he shows you the way to become Sato Pradhan. You then receive a Sato Pradhan status. You understand that you are to become that through this study. This is God's Pathsala. God teaches you and makes you into Narayan from an ordinary human. That was happened when we were Sato Pradhan. Then we became Tamo Pradhan. It is hell. The cycle has to turn. The Father comes and inspires you to make effort to become deities from human beings and to become the masters of the world. You have to remember the Father and imbibe divine virtues. You should not fight or quarrel. Deities never fight or quarrel. You have to become like them. You were the ones who were full of all virtues, and you have to become that again on the basis of Srimad. You have to ask yourself, to what extent am I happy? To what extent do I have faith? This should be remembered throughout the whole day. However, Maya is such that she makes you forget. You understand that you are with the Father as God's helpers in serving the world. Previously, you used to study limited studies, whereas you are now studying this unlimited study with the unlimited Father. This is an old body which will be shed at its own time. It cannot be shed in an untimely death. We have to shed these bodies in happiness. We will shed these dirty bodies and also renounce this old world and happily go back. When a great event takes place, people wear new clothes in happiness. You know that you will receive new bodies in the new world. We only have the one concern, which is to become pure and free from all other worries. All of this is going to end. So what need is there to worry? You had been worrying for half a cycle on the path of devotion. Now for half a cycle there will be no worries. Very little time now remains. There is the slight worry to become pure. Then there won't be a single worry. This is a play of happiness and sorrow. There is happiness in the golden age and sorrow in the iron age. Baba has explained, that you can ask them, are you a resident of the golden age, the land of happiness, or of the iron age, the land of sorrow? You relate these new things, it would definitely be said you are now a resident of the land of sorrow. This has to be asked with a lot of love so that human beings can understand for themselves of which land they are residents. They would say that you have a very good way of asking questions. No matter how eminent or wealthy they may be, they are still residents of hell. The new world is called heaven. This old world is now the iron age. These questions are very good. It is also clear in the picture of the ladder. You should ask them, are you in the land of happiness or in the land of sorrow? Is this heaven or hell? Are you a deity or a devil? Surely the golden age would be called the deity world. The iron age is called hell, the devil world. Therefore, you should ask them, are you residents of heaven, the golden age, the deity world, or are you residents of the iron age, the devil world? No matter how wealthy you are, where do you reside, you now have this knowledge. Previously, you never even thought of these things. It is now you understand that you are at the confluence age. Those who are in the iron age are impure residents of hell, and they have to become pure again. That is why they call out, "O purifier, come and make us pure." You also have to explain this. So many people come to you, but nevertheless only a few out of handful emerge. What I am, who I am, what I teach, only a few understand and follow this. When you take the exhibitions etc. around in the early morning, you should show that we are becoming residents of heaven through this study. This cycle continues to turn through the golden, silver, copper and iron ages. The whole cycle is in your intellects. You are again becoming the masters of the land of happiness and the land of peace. There is no mention of sorrow in the land of happiness. If you do not study fully, you will receive a low status. This is a common thing. Therefore, study this unlimited study and claim the unlimited inheritance. Simply consider yourselves to be souls and remember the unlimited Father. Baba is very sweet. His directions are: finish all the bondages of the bodies, including those of your own bodies. Souls are imperishable. One moment you adopt a body, the next moment you shed it. It doesn't take long. At this time, day by day, everyone continues to become Tamo Pradhan. When we were Sato Pradhan, we had longer life spans, and there were very few of us. There was no other religion. Your lifespan increases. Your lifespan increase on the basis of the efforts you make now. The more remembrance you have, the more your lifespans will increase. When you were Sato Pradhan, your lifespans were very long. Then as you continued to descend, your lifespans became shorter. Your lifespans became shorter than where you entered the Rajo stage. They became even shorter. When you enter the Tamo stage, there is the example of a water wheel where the buckets are filled and emptied. So this is an unlimited water wheel. You are now being filled. When you have become completely full, you will then gradually begin to empty. This is also compared to a battery. After becoming Sato Pradhan, we will then go back and then take 84 births. The kingdom of Ravan begins after a half a cycle. In the kingdom of Ravan, all are called the residents of hell. Those who come later will come in hell. Firstly, you go to heaven. You receive the fruit of your devotion from the Father. It is understood this one has performed a lot of devotion, and this is why he is taking knowledge. The Father has explained all of these secrets to you. You then have to explain them to others. Human beings have committed many different types of sin. The Father has now come and is giving you knowledge. It is only when the Father comes that He teaches you. For all of that time, you did not know this. You continue to become sinful souls. How do you souls become pure and charitable, and how do you then become sinful souls? Who are the residents of the golden age, and who are the residents of the iron age? You did not know any of this. The Father has now explained. The Father is also called the flame. He has light as well as might. When you have light, that is, when you awaken, you receive might. Your life also becomes longer. Untimely death cannot come to you there. You shed a body and take another in happiness. There is no question of sorrow. It is like a game. There is the example of a snake. You have played your parts from the golden age through to the iron age. This is now fixed in your intellects. Baba is your father, teacher and Sadguru. Only you children know this number-wise according your efforts. You have also understood rebirth and how many births you take. How many births do you take as a Brahmin? Brackets 1 birth. Some even take 2 or 3 births. For example, when someone sheds his body, he carries the sanskars of a Brahmin. Because of having the sanskars of a Brahmin, he will again come into the true Brahmin clan. The clan of Brahmin souls will continue to increase. They carry the sanskars of belonging to the Brahmin clan. They can take 2 or 3 births if they have karmic accounts to settle. They will shed their bodies and take others. The soul will go from the Brahmin clan into the deity clan. It is not a question of the body. You now belong to the Father. You are the children of God and you are also the children of Prajapita Brahma. You don't have any other relationships. It is not a small matter to belong to the unlimited Father. You become the masters of the land of happiness. You have simply recognized the great Father and so your boats will go across. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Number 1, ask yourselves. Number 1, to what extent am I happy? Second, to what extent do I have the faith that I was full of all divine virtues and that I have to become that again on the basis of Srimad? Number 3, to what extent have I become Sato Pradhan? Do I have the concern day and night to become pure and Sato Pradhan? Second, you have to serve the world with the unlimited Father. Study this unlimited study and teach others. And any bondages of your body and your bodily relationships by having remembrance of the Father. Blessing. May you be a Master Almighty Authority and make your stays Manmanabhav by having the awareness of being a Master. Keep this awareness constantly immersed. I, a soul, am a Karabanhar, a Master, a special soul, a Master Almighty Authority. By having the awareness of being a Master, your mind, intellect and sanskars will be controlled. I am separate and a Master. With this awareness, you will easily make your stays Manmanabhav. This practice of being detached will make you Karmatit. Slogan. To tolerate and accommodate defamation and disturbance means to fix your kingdom. To tolerate and accommodate defamation and disturbance means to fix your kingdom. Om Shanti. With Avyakt silence, experience the double light angelic stays. Silence means a soul as an embodiment of peace is sitting in solitude and experiencing concentration of the mind and intellect. With this concentration, you especially attain two powers, the power to discern and the power to make decisions. These two powers resolve all problems in your worldly and your spiritual interactions. Through this, you easily make your stays double light and angelic. Om Shanti.